Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. I've got a few topics to share with you in this latest Moon Family Sedan lukewarm jam. I'll be starting with this one from the Crypto Basic. XRP set to break 45 cents as Ripple and SEC expected to file summary judgment reply briefs today. And indeed, after this article was filed, the briefs were filed, and I have just a really short update on that one. Then there was this article also from the Crypto Basic. Some implies no one uses Coinbase wallet, slams Coinbase for insinuating XRP has low usage. And so that's some XUMM, of course. I'm sure most of you are familiar at this point. That would be the wallet created by Wietse Wind, the founder of XRPL Labs. And then there was this. I got a couple comments on this. This is a piece from Bloomberg. And we've seen enough puff pieces about Sam Bankman-Fried over the last few weeks. And here's one from Bloomberg that's just praising the hell out of Kim Jong-Gensler, and it makes me sick. Look at this headline. FTX's collapse validates Gary Gensler's crypto skepticism. It's disgusting. Before going further, though, I do want to be clear, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so here's the latest on the law front from attorney James K. Filan, who is a member of the XRP community, and he wrote the following regarding the SEC v. Ripple case. The parties have begun to file under seal their replies to the oppositions to the motions for summary judgment. The public redacted versions of the replies are due by Monday, December 5th, but it is possible we will see them sooner. And so, and I actually talked about this, I guess it was literally yesterday, if memory serves, that Attorney Filan is actually predicting that we'd have our hands on these replies to the motions for summary judgment on December 5th. And just to be clear, the most recent things that were filed, other than this by Ripple and the SEC, were their motions for summary judgment. Both sides made their cases, handed over to Judge Torres. It's now up to Judge Torres to rule in favor of one of the sides, or if she doesn't want to, she can decide that there should be a jury trial. One of those things is going to happen if there's no settlement. Those are the three decisions for her specifically, though. But so technically there are several outcomes, though. But now that both sides have made their cases, you have the SEC and Ripple who are going to rip each other's positions to complete shreds. And in the SEC's case, they're going to try really hard. But in Ripple's case, they're actually going to rip to shreds. That would be my suspicion anyway. Because the SEC just doesn't have a leg to stand on just about anything that they're stating here. Certainly not in their claim that a cryptocurrency is a security per se. Oh, hell no. XRP traded on secondary markets represents illegal securities transactions? No, absolutely not. And so anyway, they've already been filed. They were filed today, but the public version, at the latest, we should see it Monday, but Attorney Filan the other day predicted we'll see it Friday. So I'm looking forward to reading that, and I'll do a full breakdown on all of the information. And that's going to be it. In terms of briefs for the case, those are the final briefs for the case. That's it. Doesn't mean other stuff can't happen, outside of like, okay, fine. For instance, like, I'm still waiting. I think this is going to happen. Unless it's happened and it just hasn't been made public. I still think the SEC is going to gloat about Library effectively and write to Judge Torres and say, hey, here's why you should, judge in our favor, regarding motions for summary judgment in the SEC v. Ripple case, because look, we won in the Library case. They're going to try and make some assertions that there's some sort of similarities, but there's a ton of differences, as I've cited in many recent videos. And then there was also this from the Crypto Basic. Some implies no one uses Coinbase wallet, slams Coinbase for insinuating XRP has low usage. And the piece reads as follows. XRP native wallet XUMM, XUMM, claps back at Coinbase for insinuating that XRP has low usage. Some wallet responded to the decision of Coinbase wallet to end support for XRP in a tweet yesterday, implying that no one was using Coinbase wallet in the first place. Notably, Coinbase wallet in a blog post yesterday disclosed that it would be ending support for Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Stellar Lumens, and XRP by 2023, citing low usage. And I'll just pause and note, I did make a video on this yesterday, went into pretty great detail, so I'll just be brief here. I don't want to rehash everything. But just want to note that Coinbase wallet, while it is ditching XRP, I don't suppose that likely would have happened if not for the fact that XRP trading was already halted on the damn exchange anyway, which you would think by extension would make it less likely that people would also use XRP in Coinbase wallet. Not surprising. It's not like there's a problem of XRP. It's one of the most liquid cryptocurrencies on the entire damn planet. It's always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap its entire damn life on top of that. Just saying that. But Coinbase wallet, even though it's not going to be on Coinbase wallet anymore, just note that is separate from if you have a wallet on Coinbase, the exchange, meaning that Coinbase has the keys for your crypto. So like if you just buy on the exchange, say you have XRP on there, it's just on the exchange, that is not the same thing as Coinbase wallet. Yes, it's a wallet that is on Coinbase, which makes it sound convoluted and confusing because it is in that sense. But if you just have your XRP on there and you haven't ever downloaded something called the Coinbase wallet, you're fine. Okay, just to be super duper clear, I don't want anybody worried about that. And even if you do have the Coinbase wallet app, as long as you have the recovery phrase, you can, you can move the funds over, just on another wallet that would accept the recovery phrase. Anyway, piece continues. In response, native XRP ledger wallet Xumm asserted that Coinbase was experiencing low usage because holders had switched to Xumm, touting its strengths. The non-custodial wallet for only XRPL tokens welcomed all remaining XRP holders. And here's the actual thread that they were talking about. So here's the tweet yesterday from Xumm wallet, and they wrote, "Sorry, but not sorry, Coinbase. That's because everyone is using Xumm. More secure, no telemetry, better support, ecosystem interaction, and feature complete. XRP holders, we welcome you." And then there's a heart emoji. Oh, how sweet. I like that. And somebody from the community wrote to the Xumm wallet account on Twitter and said, "We'd say Wind, be good if your wallet accepted more coins." And We'd say Wind, again, like I cited earlier in the video, he is the founder of XRPL Labs, and he responded with the following, which I actually appreciate. He said, "Xumm supports all coins on the XRP ledger. Other tokens on other chains are unsupported. We want to get it right and focus instead of doing a million things a little bit right." Smiley face, which I think is fair. And so I responded to him and wrote, "You must have read Brad Garlinghouse's Peanut Butter Manifesto." And so you may recall this thing. He wrote it when I think he was a vice president at Yahoo. So it was in like early to mid 2000s, I want to say. And he wrote this this memo. We sent it out to his coworkers, and it became known as the Peanut Butter Manifesto because he had this line in there where he was noting that Yahoo's resources were being just spent on just a crazy number of things. They weren't laser focused or super good at anything. And then he compared that to slathering peanut butter on a piece of bread, effectively. It just smearing it all over there. You got it. Here's all of our peanut butter. Just smear it evenly all over, and then you're not super good at anything. And what's the compelling, attraction to Yahoo? And that's the point that Brad Garlinghouse is making. He's like, we need to be laser focused on something. That's what he was getting at. And so it became known as the Peanut Butter Manifesto. And that's in line with what we'd say when to say, no, we're just really good at XRP stuff. So I appreciate that, actually. And Brad Garlinghouse, to his credit too, he's taken pretty well the same approach at Ripple, just being really good at their core competency, which is cross-border payments, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency. And then there's this from Bloomberg. Oh my God, this really grinds my gears. FTX's collapse validates Gary Gensler's crypto skepticism. Look, I don't want to read the whole thing. I just want to highlight this nonsense here because you guys, I'm sure most of you are aware at this point, right? Gary Gensler this year was having in-person meetings with Sam Bankman-Fried. It is not easy to get meetings with Gary Gensler. You have to be, in a certain circle of acquaintances and business partners and so on and so forth. And why did he have access to Gary Gensler? Might it be due to massive donations? Well, SBF would say no, but that's a bunch of nonsense. You don't just get access to Gary Gensler, especially when Gary Gensler is attacking crypto. But, donate $100 million or whatever the hell the number was. I can't remember how much maybe it was smaller. Maybe it was like 40 million. I can't remember now. The point is, it was tens of millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. Whatever the number is, it was like a metric F-word ton of money just donated to politicians. And so then he meets. And so there you have a gigantic Ponzi scheme right under Gensler's nose, and he goes after Kim Kardashian. That's what Gary Gensler does with this time. He couldn't sniff out that there's something wrong with SBF. Couldn't sniff that one out. So this article, I do want to share this part of it. They wrote the following. In fact, there's perhaps only one person who looks good amid this fiasco. Gary Gensler, the top securities regulator in the United States and arguably one of the only senior Biden administration officials who is trying to stop the excesses of the industry that Bankman-Fried and his enablers promoted. Since being sworn in as SEC chair, Gensler has warned, correctly it turned out, that many crypto tokens are being manipulated by insiders, and has said that a host of crypto investment vehicles, including stablecoins, derivatives, and many tokens, are being marketed illegally to consumers. In a speech in April, he said that, actually the rest, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no point. That's the meat of it. That's what I wanted you to know. And as far as coins being illegally marketed to consumers, in what geographic region? If you're talking about FTX and FTT, that was all outside of the United States anyway. So in terms of if there's stuff after the fact, well, you're in charge of that, Gensler. Anyway. And so God, this is so frustrating because he goes after like all the things that he thinks he can turn into a publicity stunt. Like I said, the Kardashian stuff, and he goes, he'll have his agency go after, smaller and he's like library that so he can get legal precedent. And then that way the whole strategy is then we have more legal control in the future. That's what they think. And it's a good strategy if you want to be like demonic bastards, which they basically are. I mean, they're complete and utter pricks, just total asshats. But how can you say that Gary Gensler looks good when this happened on his watch? How dare you? All this fraud happens? Oh, but Gary Gensler, he did a great job. I'm sorry, who did he protect? Who the hell did he protect? What a disgusting bunch of tripe. No, he didn't protect anybody. Hell no, he didn't. What's with the puff pieces for Kim Jong-Gensler? This don't make no damn sense up in this bitch. What the hell's going on? I don't even know what else to say in response to this. It's just like mainstream media makes no damn sense. Anything they've had to say over the last few weeks in the world of crypto, it does not compute. It doesn't compute. If you want the truth, you got to go to crypto media and frankly Twitter. That's where you can get it. That's it. Other than that, it's a bunch of improper, misleading framing and sometimes outright lies from mainstream media. And puff pieces, all this crap. It just makes me sick. No, you should blame Gary Gensler for this nonsense. Because in fact, that he was part of the crew that was seemingly, from all accounts that I've seen anyway, he seemed to be on board with the legislation that SBF was pushing for. As I understand it, he seemed to be okay with that. So it seems like pay to play. Doesn't it look like that? Spend enough money and we're just not going to see you into oblivion. It's like he was about to get a free pass from the SEC, would have benefited him. That's just, in what world do you thank Gary Gensler for all this? It's he's a part of the problem. I'm not exclusively blaming Kim Jong-Gensler for the Ponzi scheme. I'm just saying he should have caught it. He should have done something. And even if you don't think he should have caught it, it's not up to him. Don't prop him up as having done something great because he said some words when he actually had the back of SBF. Are you kidding me? He had the guy's back. Hell no. All right, I'm gonna blow a gasket here. I gotta shut up. You all let me know what you think. I'll stop you ever. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.